everyone, it's John again with another 10-minute movie review, Indian Cine-MANIAC. Now, I said 10-minute. I really should probably say 10-ish minutes. As some of you have pointed out, some of these have gone longer than 10 minutes. I apologize for that. But I get so excited talking about the movies that I am talking about that you guys recommend. So anyway, this one I'm going to do today is for Singham Returns, which was made in 2014. It was the sequel to Singham from 2011. Now, a lot of you have been talking about spoilers because I've been doing spoiler-free reviews, and you guys make a great point. A lot of these are older movies that you've all seen, so you know what the spoilers are. So here's what I'm going to do. If it's a movie that's over 3 years, then I'll do spoilers. If it's less than that, a newer movie like Pathan, which I just did, then I will do spoiler-free. Okay? So that tells you there will be spoilers during this review. Okay, so this film, Singham. Now, the reason why people have asked, well, you should watch Singham Returns before you watch the original one. Well, I watched this one because I saw the trailer for it, and I recognized the actor from Drishyam and from RRR, and it looked really cool. So I said, you know what, I'm going to watch it. So I didn't know there was an original Singham till I watched it. Now, it does make me want to watch the original, and I wonder how you guys think the two compare, because some of the reviews I saw kind of dismissed this movie. But I got to tell you, I loved it. He was great, and I'll get to him in a second. But anyway, this film was directed by Rohit Shetty, who also co-wrote it. It stars, I know I'm going to mess up these names like I do every week, but Adjay Devgn, Kareena Kapoor, who everyone knows I have a little crush on. Even my wife knows that from Three Idiots. Amoli Gupte, who played a really good bad guy, kind of like a televangelist. Dayanand Shetty, who I guess he had a TV series where he's known for smashing down doors. And at the end of this movie, he absolutely smashes down a door. So I guess that was done on purpose. So I thought that was pretty cool. So the movie is about, it's about a lot of things: political intrigue, dark money in politics. But the thing that gets it rolling is someone on the police force dies in a van crash, and in the van they find all this money, which is dark money for political campaigns. So it's really trying to figure out if the cop is crooked or not. And as the story unfolds, you find out whether he was or whether he wasn't. Now, Adjay, who I really like, and this is so different from Drishyam. First of all, the way he looks in that uniform with the big glasses, those Ray-Bans or whatever they are, the aviators, a very striking pose, very charismatic. Doesn't say a lot, but a lot of presence. And his fight scenes, and there's a bunch of them, are just great. But there are little things about it that I love. Look, the other thing I want to say, a lot of these Indian movies that I watch, the cops are always corrupt, and they're always kind of bad. And this was the first movie that I've seen that I can think of where the cops were really noble. I mean, they're accused of a lot of things, but especially him. In fact, every time someone offers him a bribe, he does this thing where he puts his head down and starts shaking, and then just smacks the person upside the head. He did it to a kid, and then he did it to the kid's father. So you knew it was coming with the father. And it was just great. And then he's got this line whenever he gets too worked up. He goes, "Now I've lost it." Because he's so serious all the time. And the fight scenes are choreographed great. This movie had a very Michael Bay feel to it. And I say that not as a bad thing, but the camera never stops moving. Everything's a really quick cut. And the whole movie's like that. So it really had a flow to it. It moved really fast. And then there's a scene. Well, there's a great action scene with guns. It almost looks like Heat, if anyone's seen Heat, where these guys try to take out. And I'm not sure who the character was, but he was a mentor to Singham. And they're trying to protect him because they're trying to assassinate him. And by the way, you could see that coming a mile away what was going to happen. As soon as Singham leaves him, you knew he was going to die. You didn't know he was going to die by saving Singham's life, but that's what happened. So now he's really lost it. Now he wants to go after this bad guy who's kind of like a televangelist, with a right-hand man, a real scumbag, but played it deliciously wicked. So then it goes on. Now, at one point, they're called off the case, even though they know these are the guys that killed him. And there's a great scene where all the cops resign and take their brown shirts off and only have white tank tops. And now they're heading for the bad guy's compound. And the scene is just amazing because there's 3 streets that they show from up above, everyone in their white shirts, and they all merge towards one street. It's just a great shot. And then the camera pulls back and you see them all walking forward. And it was really like, look, these cops are noble, they're good people, and they're trying to do their job. It was great. I really enjoyed that. And then the comeuppance of the bad guys. Look, they solve it. They figure out that the cop wasn't on the take. And they do that through an effective flashback where you see what happened with this cop. And it was just, he was there to help somebody out. That's really what happened. And he was a victim of circumstance. So that's why he got killed. So he was, they turned that around. And then at the end, they're walking down the steps of the courthouse and the 2 bad guys who got convicted, and now we'll have to go to trial, come out and say, you're never going to be able to put us in jail. We're going to get, we're going to beat this. There's nothing you can do about it. Real snide. And you could see the look on Singham's face. And you're wondering what he's going to do. Well, what they do is they're driving, I don't know where, to a holding cell, to jail, whatever. And they get blocked off, and all the cops get out of the car and leave the 2 bad guys in the car. And now it's this great thing because every time they show, every entrance of Singham is a big entrance with his own theme song, with his name in the title. So there he is standing there. The 2 guys look at him. All of a sudden, a car slams into them, knocks them into this big electrical thing. The car blows up. They're done. And I found that, first of all, I loved it. But I was like, okay, so this just showed you how far it had gone with Singham, that this guy that was not corrupt, that you couldn't bribe, got to the point where he was going to take law into his own hands. And he did. And I love that because those 2 guys deserved it. Now, I will say that it doesn't go without some criticism. And my biggest criticism, and I hate to say this because I love her so much, Kareena Kapoor's character I found a little grating. Like she was constantly eating, and she's such a pretty woman, and she's just like shoveling the food down. And she was just kind of goofy. And it was almost like she was in a different movie. And at one point she goes and meets the parents. And there's this whole scene where she's in a taxi going after them, chasing them down because she thinks he's involved with somebody else. But it's even goofy music playing in the background, like comedic music. And that whole scene just seemed completely out of place, even though he was doing undercover work while he was visiting his parents. That doesn't come out till later on, but I just found it didn't work for me, that particular scene. So I don't know. You let me know what you think about that. But I like this. I hope they make another one because his character is just great. And then there wasn't songs in it other than his theme song till the end. The end credits, they do this song where they've got all these, but I just found that scene so cool. They're all dressed up like him. They're all moving like him. One kid kept saying, "Now I'm lost." So they got that tagline going. So I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I can't wait to watch the first one. I'm glad I watched this. I want to see more of Adjay's movies because I really did like this. So, okay, that's my review of Singham Returns. And the next movie I am going to review is going to be Doom 2. Yes, I've seen Doom 1 and Doom 3. You guys tell me this one is the best. I'll let you know what I think of the next one. I also want to say thank you. We're getting a lot of hits on this. I hope you guys appreciate me trying to put out more content. So as always, I hope I've earned your subscription. Please hit the notification button and smash the like button. It really does make a difference. And we will see you soon. And guess what? This one is, I've got a timer going. That's why. This one's under 10 minutes. So those of you who complain that it's over 10 minutes, be a bridge. Get over it. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. And we will talk to you soon.